Here we are with a channeled guidance message and more for this lovely new moon that's approaching for the 5D collective. So, you are grounding in your new compass, the whole self of you, having healed childhood wounds, welcoming fragments of you, embracing your 1 year old, and therefore becoming your securely attached, functional adult, opening your heart to your dreams, your whole self, inner child adult, or soul's dreams, and letting go of all that is from yesterday that isn't a part of you. That's meaning no family in the head, no inner conflict. You're doing inner growth mindset and you're expanding. In fact, you have embraced grace and bring forth respect for everyone who is still working to resolve their unresolved trauma, their childhood wounds, and continue seeking for that something sacred that was lost. And that in time and with good therapists can be reclaimed like you have done yourself. Or maybe you didn't need a therapist, but you had the luck to expand, and that means emotionally and mentally. So thinking and feeling is soft, is not hard. Okay, that's really awesome for all of the lovely 5D collective. Anyone who's new, we do spiritual self-help here. I'm a 5D mystic in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, and we just finished another channeled guidance. If you want, you can check that one out. And I do things in the 5D way. It's Christ consciousness. So it's once you've forgiven completely and you unconditionally love with flaws and integrity. So you have healthy self-worth. You know how to love yourself first, which is why you love being yourself. And you put mindfulness, mindset practices in day-to-day activities. So you have embraced grace and you bring forth respect for everyone who is still working to resolve their unresolved trauma and childhood wounds and continue seeking for that something sacred that was lost. I read that. I'll finish it and then move to our next part. And that in time and with good therapists, they can reclaim their inner world. That's that first-year-old, that self, become whole. Okay, your deep spiritual knowing is that no one chooses trauma. We forgive and use our free will to bring forth healing by walking and talking as functional adults with secure attachment patterns of behavior and love language. Let me grab the card. 1 second as you hold on. Through mindful love and living with self-awareness, accountability, and regulation skills, you are working on grounding the new light body, expanded consciousness version of you. And as you hold more light, you harmonize masculine and feminine energies, and you allow yourself to bring forth more of what you want to do, be, and create in your day-to-day life and overall relationships. You are embodying divine light through the heart with the celestial flow and have entered a whole new world. You love unconditionally with flaws and imperfections and integrity and get to be yourself with inner and outer well-being in the forefront. And so, with that being said, mindful living in love, it means that you feel and are seen, soothed, safe, and secure to be yourself. You know how to self regulate. So, you're a safe haven, secure base. That's why you're a functional adult. You know how to emotionally and mentally get into conversations with all and to therefore be yourself with the tapping into your infinite higher human conscious potential experiences. And body, heart, mind is in harmony. And that is created through your daily practices because it's through people. It's through your inner world, and it's through how you are able to handle that which comes by. Remember, please, and or keep in mind that the 5D Collective here at IHP, we wield the ascension energies by applying spiritual self-help, mindfulness, mindset, and mindset practices. You don't have to be a spiritual person. You are spiritual because you have a self. So I like to integrate it all, and I do know that the 5D Collective brings sciences and spirituality because we're integrated brains. So when you have emotional, mental, and physical intelligence, you are a person who knows that you're never alone and that you co-create with all of us, and you know how to be playful because you're curious, open, accepting, and loving as a person who knows the beginner's mind. And that's because you are always in oneness with your own body, as it is a home that is independent. It's called the differentiated self. So your 3-year-old doesn't have clutter, no inner critic, no outer critic. You clear it all the time because life is you taking a leap of faith. And so with your whole self and energetic body and awareness, your own divine feminine, divine masculine, masculine feminine is how I call these two for reasons that I will explain in some other episode. Your masculine gives you the energy to do, and it's the wisdom of the mind. feminine gives you the energy to be, and it's the wisdom of the body. And so your leaps of faith, unknowns, unexpecteds, unwanteds, no big deal. Wanteds, expecteds, and knowns, no big deal again. There is no detour that will set you in dysregulation. You know how to mindfully be self-aware, accountable, and regulate. It's called restorative embodiment, self-awareness, accountability, and regulation. And that's why grace and akash and consciousness and what is your origin, what you were supposed to begin and continue to be a part of. And some of us, we didn't get lost, we didn't get broken. Okay, so we always know there's enough, which is why the feminine knows that love is a constant, it's unconditional, it's present, and it is only going to be there when you are your whole authentic self. So you wield the potential to create inner and outer well-being in your everyday life and relationships by being present here and then being present with the subjective experiences of others. So differentiated self Maria has different thoughts and emotions, and I will not be perfect in the way I speak, and I will not be around narrow states of consciousness who are eggshells, who don't forgive. They don't have a forgiving tone. They don't know humbleness. They actively think that they can tell another person, meaning from here, I cast this stone when I was a kid, because I was a kid and I was saying bad, good, the way I had been taught, rigidly. I got to learn how not to do it thanks to Jesus and God. And that was my one moment of, I'm so sorry, shame. And I stopped by saying, I won't use the word, I'm in favor of anarchy, and I'm in favor of leaving my brothers and sisters to learn how to do life like a functional adult, and like Jesus and God taught me. So today, as a grown woman with attachment trauma information, I know that anyone who wants to be their whole self can go first to therapy if they need it, and then they'll know how to be pachas. Like Pacha with Cusco, we shake a hand, we mean it. We don't take it back because you get into a mood. Just because you have unresolved trauma, we're not going to be unforgiving. We're going to understand. We will address the behavior, and we will address it with love, acceptance, and respect. And we will recalibrate, which is why we don't have any tragedy going on with any of life or our relationships, the feminines. The masculines, they can learn how to be here. Once they have learned, that's when they're going to know what this is. And you might already know. So again, we love more, not less. We are more energetic, not less, because our energy body doesn't age, and our actual body does, but that's okay. And then our pure consciousness body is always here, and you're embodying it. So Purusha, pure consciousness, unconditional love, pure energy, the whole 3-year-old heart, Prakriti. And you maintain your heart body, value body when you make those choices of how you're going to talk to another person, how you're going to treat each other, and that's the beauty of being part of our lovely 5D collective. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to cut this one short so I can make another episode and disengage from the channeling, and that way we can just chit chat for a bit. So like, share, and subscribe if you do enjoy that which is mindfulness living for real, not pretend. And that means emotions and thoughts are something you want to make softer if they're not soft yet, and you're not wanting to say that the world is shitty. And so the Human Suffering Love Group, they got plenty of people that are going to let them keep doing that. I'm here for the ones who want to welcome all of their fragments back home and or are already all here. And plus, I'm a 5D mystic. I'm looking forward to having fun with my 5D mystics, the spiritual 5D mystics too. I mean, I know that some of you are going to think we're woo-woo. It's okay. Get used to the woo-woo-ness though. And remember, we don't prove anything. I mean, you can't prove or disprove God. You can't prove or disprove Holy Spirit. I'm just saying, you can't prove or disprove energy. Even though with Reiki, there are sciences that are trying to share with you how it helps. I'm a Reiki master, and I'm an Akashic record reader. But scientists, they look into the field of consciousness, and they call it a hard problem, FYI. So just don't worry. And they also don't get on board with all of it. So we got scientists who want to disprove reality with AI. So we're going to have fun. 5D Collective, come on over. Have a wonderful day, and thank you again for stopping by.